Welcome back to the Venom Workshop. So today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to show you how to change the exhaust on the Grizzly. So I'm not talking about just the muffler, I'm talking about the whole exhaust, because there is going to be reasons that you're wanting to take your exhaust off. Sometimes you're going to want to take it off and repaint it or just clean it up because it's gotten full of rust. So I'm going to show you how to just take the whole thing off, and replace it obviously too. So what we're going to need to do is remove the boot wells first. All you'll need to do that is a 5mm Allen key and just a little bolt tray here is what you're going to see me do here. And you're going to need a 13mm socket, and I'll show you why with an extension. So, and we're also going to need a 10mm. So let's get these off. This is just a 5mm on the end of a driver. There we go. Okay. So now, what you need the 13mm for is all the way down here. Underneath here, there's two bolts, and they're both 13s. And then you gotta come off. Oh, I dropped the bolt over there. So now we have this panel off, and that exposes our exhaust right there. So we're going to need a 10mm to take the two bolts off down there at the bottom. So I'm going to use two different 10mm. And I'm going to grab my creeper. Okay, so we're also going to need a set of needle nose pliers, and that's to remove those two springs right there. Because like I said, we're removing the whole exhaust, not just the front. Now that I've got everything exposed, I'm going to go ahead and take the muffler off first. And to take the muffler off, I have to remove these springs. So I might as well remove the springs before I even remove the bolt. Now we can remove the muffler, and it's just a 10 mil bolt. There we go. I just pop that off, and then I can remove the muffler and get it off to the side. Like I said, if this has been off for a while, or the exhaust here has been on your ATV for a while, it can get rusty and stuff. So what I would do is take it off after a season or so, give it a clean up with a little bit of sandpaper, sand it down nice and smooth, and then just hit it a spray with some barbecue paint, which is high heat paint, and it'll last forever. But they do rust up a bit, and it happens. It's just gonna happen. So, but you can clean them up very quickly, and that's how you do it. And I do the same with the mufflers here sometimes, especially if I have a broken muffler and there's something rattling around inside. What I'll do is I'll just cut the end off here, and then I'll weld whatever back inside, and I'll weld this back on. And once I weld it back on, I give it a quick paint, and it's back on the ATV and ready to go again. So now to take off the rest of the exhaust, we're gonna have to take off the exhaust manifold bolts that are right there. There we go, just like that, and then just kind of wiggle it forward a little bit here and there. It should come out. Oh, there we go. There we go, and that's it. So like I said, you could take your muffler and clean up some of the stuff. Like even this one has some dings and scratches and stuff that'll rust if we leave them. But that's this is a brand new exhaust, like I said, and I probably scratched that taking it out, but it's not a big deal. This is our ATV, and I'm going to do a ton of videos on it, so I'm not too concerned. So now to put your new exhaust, when you get your new exhaust, and again, when you get your new exhaust, if you see a bunch of scratches on it, give it a quick paint. A can of paint is like maybe $10. It's worth every penny when it comes to cleaning this stuff up. So yeah, I would absolutely, especially when it comes to rust on mufflers and stuff, I like to keep stuff like that clean. I like my ATV to get dirty, but I like to clean it up and then make it look nice again before I rip off again and then get it all dirty again. But if you leave mud sit on metal like this, and it depends what the weather is, but if it's very humid out, or it's just not warm, and it's just going to keep settling in and it can rust and rust and rust, and you don't want to do that. So now we can go ahead and put our muffler back in, just like that. And then bring our collar back into place here. Move it up like that and hold it in place, and then you can go ahead and start your nuts on there. There we go. So I just put a nut, that's all. I'm gonna put the other nut down on the bottom here. And I'm just going to want to tighten those up a bit. this side. And this you want to be tight, but not over tightened. As soon as you feel it get nice and snug, stop. There we go. Okay. Alrighty, I'll get ready to put my muffler on in just a sec. Alright, just give me a minute there. I'm just going to grab my muffler, and I want to make sure this is all cleaned up. And then, where's my muffler? There it is. Alright. Oh yeah, my muffler's alright. So, let's go ahead and hook it. So we got our exhaust back in place. So now we have to just, go to zoom. So now I just have to slip my muffler on. And once it's on, I can go ahead and put my bolt in. You might have to push up on it a tiny bit. And that's normal, so. Okay, just like that. And you can go ahead and tighten that in. Okay, then we can go ahead and put our springs back on. Like that. Whoa. There. And there, now our exhaust is fully mounted. Runs good, it's held tight. Now we can go ahead and put our footwell back on. Now to put the footwell back on is easy. It slips down like this. Hold the body out so it lines up with the tabs on the footwell and the body, like that. And now it should line up here and here. Now before I put the bottoms on, I'll go ahead and I'll put my bolts in here first. Notice I didn't tighten any of those yet. I'm just kind of putting them on. There we go. Now I can go ahead and put my bottom bolts on, the 13 mil. Like that. There we go. Now we just have to tighten up the bolts around the top of the foils, and then I'm done. There you go, folks, and that right there is how do you change the exhaust on a Grizzly.